Hello and welcome to Simply Greg's EV. You joined us here in Farnborough, England, and we're at the fully charged electric South show. I came here on a trip and I figured, well, we'll check it out. We like interesting EVs, we like coming to Europe. So we'll give you a tour outside and then we'll move inside. I've been here since about 7:30 this morning, so it's getting pretty busy now, so we'll focus on, we'll try to burn through this as quick as we can on the outside, and we'll show you some EVs that we obviously don't get in North America or the Canadian market. Let's go. Right, so this place is massive. Let's start with the Polestar 4. We'll come back and we'll do a feature on the Polestar 4 and 3. I haven't seen these yet in person. This one here, 100 kilowatt hour battery, 400 kilowatts of output. It's the real deal version here. We'll give you a tour of the outside of the premises. Everyone's waiting in line to get in. It's absolutely massive inside. We don't have to focus too much on those people. This is a brand called Omada. They're built by Chery. If you remember, Chery, Chinese manufacturer. Again, we will not be getting this anywhere close to United States or Canada. Let's go see the specs here. So all electric Omada E5, 61 kilowatt hour blade battery, 204 horsepower. It looks pretty nice. Let's see if it's open. Yes, it's open. Again, Chinese cars back at home, they're not, people seem to have this stigma in their head, or this idea. Everything in here actually looks quite good. Big screen around you here. It actually kind of feels like a VinFast. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it doesn't look too bad in here. Let's move on. We'll go check out that driver's side of the Omada. Let's go check this out here. Again, it all looks pretty good in there. I wonder how comfortable this seat is. Fairly stiff, but that might break in. I'm filming this all alone. As I said, we'll come back to the Polestars. I want to do a feature on that separately. Again, this is the ID4 based Ford Explorer. Again, this will not be for sale back home, but look how nice it is. Ford, what are you thinking? Why are you bringing us only the Mach-E and everything else that we don't want? It's very nice inside, very cool. It looks great back here. That's fun. Ford Capri, very controversial car here in the UK. About as controversial as the Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E was back at home, actually. A bit of Polestar 2 vibes going on. Again, maybe we'll come back and do a full featurette on this one. I think I prefer the Capri over the Explorer, but the Explorer would sell absolutely amazing back at home. And again, the Capri, very controversial car here in the UK, as like the Mustang Mach-E was back at home. This is a converted electric garbage truck built by Lunaz, I believe, or similar company. So this is converted to electric. It started off as diesel and they rebuilt it into electric. Let's see what we got going on over here. We have the Volta truck. This is a Volta truck over here. It looks very similar but a bit cooler to what the Lion is back at home. Central driving position here, which is cool, and 2 seats on the side. You could almost say that it's the McLaren F1 of delivery vans. We'll head this way to the Hyundai stand, and again we'll just give a brief overview because I really want to do a little feature on the Inster. So this is a new Ioniq 5 N-Line, updated, fully facelifted car. You have the Ioniq 5N. We've already talked about the Ioniq 5N. Not selling too well back home. I believe they're going to start discounting the heck out of these. Ioniq 5 always looks great, but what we actually want to see is the Inster right now. Sorry, it's getting busy here. So the Inster is the one. So will you be selling this in North America? Are there any plans?
That's a very good question. I asked my colleague. Bear with me.
All right. So we're going to find out if they'll be selling this in North America. So what do we have here? We have 223 miles of range. I believe they mentioned 52 kilowatt hour battery, roughly. Again, very cool. Hyundai's absolutely killing it in the EV space. Let's have a look inside. So Will it be exported to a North America, to a
Where it's just European.
It's just Europe. Again, another only European car. You see, we keep we don't have enough diversity back at home in Canada. These they're having a hard time selling because they're almost $100,000 back at home. But there's a lot of regular Ioniq 5s. It's so cool.
Do you not buy one and export it over there?
We can't. We could only do it has to be 15 years or older to import into Canada. Yeah, it's 15 years or older to do an import into Canada. So unfortunately, no. Which is sad because everything they're selling, like it's just Mach-E's, gigantic pickup trucks with 250 kilowatt hour batteries. Nothing small like this. So keep that in mind if no. Very, very, very nice interior here. Very cool, very simple, roughly same steering wheel as an Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6. We've already tested those. I do like the Ioniq 6. It's probably one of my favorite on the market right now.
But this, okay.
Yeah. We'll have a look back here.
So with this one, I'm going to say, are you aware with the seats and things? I'm going to say this is sort of like pretty unique and pretty niche. Right, let me just
Show us.
you.
Yeah, show us.
Right, the seats, they will come down.
Okay.
Right, let me just go around the other side.
All right. Where she's
I'm going to say
the
this is like your typical city car.
All right.
So,
Well, I have a Fiat 500e and a Mini Electric, so I'm well versed in the city car space.
so the seats will all go down flat and from the front.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I see what it's going to do. That's pretty freaking awesome. That's pretty cool. I just want to mention to anyone watching, this is a pre-production car, so it's not quite all finished. Oh, we're trying to figure out how to put the seat down. Let's have a look at the back while that's going on. Inster, very cool. Quite a bit of space down there, actually. That's huge down there. That's absolutely huge. Again, pre-production vehicle. We're having a hard time putting the front seat down. Build quality looks really good. There we go.
I remember. Right, you look at this.
Yeah, seat folds flat down, so you can actually pass you could pass goods right through it.
Absolutely. So you can make this sort of like into like your. This is like obviously, well, driver, and you've got all this boot space, so you can relax. And you can put.
That's really cool.
You know, whatever you like to, sort of on goods and things on top.
Very, very cool.
Look, you have like these little.
Like a tray almost.
Absolutely, for your laptops and things. Have a look.
Do you see?
I don't know why more.
You see, they're figuring out all the problems. Once we figured out how to put it down, we'll come along this way. It's getting kind of busy here. Let's go see the front. Let's go see the front. Again, Ioniq 5, hopefully we could drive one today. I don't know about that. There's some weird licensing restrictions going on. I spoke to the press office. Charge port is on here. This is where a charge port should always be on every EV, is in front. It just makes life a lot easier. So the Inster is super cool. We did an overview of that. Don't need to touch on the Ioniq 6. We've already driven that enough. Kona, it's getting a bit outdated in my opinion. The Kona is getting kind of outdated. Sorry. Here's the Great Wall Motors Aura 03. I believe this car was called the Aura Funky Cat at some point in its life. I don't think we featured one of these on the channel. Looks, it's either you love or you hate it in looks. I don't think we need to waste too much time on this. Again, another Chinese offering here from Great Wall Motors. Great Wall Motors actually has a partnership with BMW, and they're actually doing the assembly on the new Mini Cooper, which we should see here today. Laura and I went to go check one out the other day. Again, I don't know about this interior. It's already showing up. I don't know. We don't have to focus too much on this. No one's going to buy this anyways. They haven't sold any of them here. Well, we could test drive the Aura 03 from Great Wall Motors. Your test drive area is all over there. Let's walk up this sketchy ramp here. We'll walk up. We will see the Volvo EX30. Again, manufactured in China. They are going to start manufacturing them soon in Belgium, in traditional Volvo country where Volvos are built in Belgium, obviously. Super cool. Once we get our hands on one of these, we're going to do a full review. This is a single motor, extended range, 272 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, 5.3 seconds. This thing must haul really good in this spec. I can't imagine what the dual motor version of this EX30 is going to do. Here we are at MG, aka Moore's Garage. And this is the ZS Trophy Hybrid, but this is the one that we want to talk about. This is the Cyberster, fully electric roadster. More of a GT car. A lot of people thought this was going to be more of a sports car, but this is really going back to the MG heritage. If you're familiar with old MG, I think it looks great. Again, another car we're not going to get anywhere close to Canada or the United States. We'll come back and do a feature on this one. Looks really good. There's a guy inside right now. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
That's right.
Hopefully. So here it's selling for almost 60,000 pounds. So I guess back home, if they did sell this, it'd be closer to about 100,000. All-wheel drive again, dual motor, really, really cool. 77 kilowatt hour battery, 74 usable. It's nice they put the usable numbers. Again, built by SAIC, super cool looking. We'll probably come back and do a featurette on this one. MG4, what can I say about the MG4? This is the fully performance version of the MG4. This is one of my favorite EVs around. Haven't driven it yet. MG4 X Power, 36,000 pounds. I would say roughly back home, this would probably sell for around mid 50s. I would say high 40s to mid 50s. Again, it looks really, really good. Interior on it is fantastic. Chinese cars have come a long way from the crash test videos that we've seen way back when. I'm not a fan of this matte finish here. We'll close this up. Again, not a fan of the matte finish. I don't know why that door wasn't closing. Maybe it's showing build quality. What's the power on this? It's written in PS, so 435 PS, max torque, 443 foot-pounds. So roughly 450 horsepower, maybe 460. Super cool. Best value performance right here. MG, solid lineup, solid lineup, solid company. We'll continue along here. It's getting really busy here in Farnborough. Let's go to BYD, perhaps the most famous of all the Chinese manufacturers here. We got BYD Atto 3 and copyrighted music, lots of it. So we have Atto 3, we have the BYD Seal UDMI. This is a plug-in hybrid. But this one here is what would sell mostly at home if they did sell it. This is the Atto 3. We'll probably come back and do a feature on this one. We can't spend too much time here with this copyrighted music. We'll get a thing. We have the Dolphin. We have the Dolphin here. We have the BYD Dolphin. Again, cheapest EV. Even with tariffs, this would sell back at home for probably mid-20s. We have the Seal. We could probably see them outside over here. Hopefully we don't get a ding for a copyright on that one, walking through that BYD stand. Complete lineup of BYD Seals here. They look absolutely great. Competitor to the Model 3. These are Model 3 competitors. Let's go see the Atto 3 as well. Hopefully we could get in one. They're all test drive cars. I do have a press pass. Let's see how far we can push the limits of the press pass. Let's have a look inside here. No one's gonna say anything. I'll just play the confused tourist. Super high quality interior right away off my initial things. Really doesn't smell plasticky in here at all. Looks super good in here. Well done, BYD. And you get to play the guitar strings. I don't know why they did that. I think that's stupid, but whatever. Not the nicest door panel in here, actually. I think this will wear out as well. Atto 3, charge ports here, CCS 2. Again, I don't know why they keep doing the fender charging. It drives me crazy. Let's go have a look at the Dolphin. Some of these names at BYD are just like completely off the chart confusing. BYD Dolphin, one of the cheapest EVs on the market in Europe currently. Again, if this were to sell back at home, probably be mid-20s to high 20s. Chevy Bolt size, roughly Chevy Bolt size. Charge ports on here, again on the fender. I don't know why. Let's have a look inside. Looks like a Chevy Bolt in here. Really high quality stuff though on the interior. I think I like this interior better. That's probably going to wear out though, based on my thing. Interior, everything's really solid in here. Well, I mean, that's a bit loose, but whatever, that's fine. It's a cheap car. This looks good via Dolphin. People are coming for their test drives, registering. Again, BYD, build your dreams. Really, really, really frowned upon back at home. Let's go have a, we'll go have a look at the Seal. Actually, we haven't had a look in one of those. And we'll go back here to the Seal. I know I'm really rambling along, but at least the sound quality should be good. You got the airport Gulfstream right over there. We'll go pick up my private jet after. Although I'm not really a Gulfstream guy. Again, let's, in here, door handle came out. Same steering wheel, it seems to be in all of them. Really high quality stuff in this car. Really, really high quality stuff. Look at these screens. Really, really nice. I wish we could spend more time with BYD. Really, really cool. Okay, let's go up over here. We'll probably pop back around the test drive area. Let's see what else we got going on here. Hopefully we don't get copyright ding. I got here this morning, it was about 3 degrees. It was pretty cold, even for my Canadian grizzly bear build. We don't need to waste time at Tesla. Model Y, horribly due for a refresh. Refresh Model 3, don't need to waste too much time here. This is a very stagnant lineup at Tesla, and a very, very extremely boring lineup. Tesla doesn't know what it wants to be these days, unfortunately. Again, my love, my darling, the MG4. Why can't we get this stuff back at home? Just look at the diversity here as that jet takes off. There's so much diversity. Look at all the brands that we've gone through. We'll go inside the MG4. Look how awesome it is in here. Look how much room you have. It's just such an amazing job. Just absolutely such a, if the keys are right here, we could just take it. What did I do? I turned the flasher on. Actually, the car's already on. Very cool. Super nice in here. Let's go back out. I think these doors just need some grease, actually. That's what it looks like to my mechanic. I am a mechanic by trade, to those who know me. Let's see if we can open up this non-powered lift gate. That's not a big deal. Look at all the space back there. Wow. We get so hosed back at home. We get so hosed. Again, MG Cyberster, these are going to sell out here in the UK and in Europe in general. If you would have told me 10, 12 years ago that we would be here with EVs and you get something like this and it's from China, I would have said you're absolutely insane. Like, I will bring you to the asylum in a wheelbarrow, because that's how that's how crazy I would think you are. These are actually all facelifted MG4s. This is an MG5, so this is your wagon estate version. Been for sale a while here in the UK. It looks very Passat-like, very, very nice inside. How is it tin? Pretty average. Pretty average. The build quality is fantastic on it. Look at the lines on this car. Build quality, even on the MG4, look at the build quality on it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the paint quality on it too. I don't think these cars have been prepped. These are right off the floors. XC40s, those are getting a bit old now. Still a great package. More EX30s over here. Let's go have a peek at the EX30. Let's take the yellow one. My wife does not like yellow cars, so we'll do this one on purpose. EX30 will be for sale eventually back home. These are all locked, actually. These are all locked here. Let's find an open one. Let's find an open one. Here we go, open one. Don't need to say more about Volvo. The interior, spot on. Very, very nice inside. Very Volvo. It's everything I would expect. Of course, Volvo under ownership from the Chinese. Looks really good inside. It's just a bit confusing having the Volvo lineup and the Polestar lineup, even though they compete in the same space roughly. Super nice interior of the EX30. Looks really good. There's so many different trim options and trim levels on the EX30 where even I get confused what they are. It's kind of like the GM naming schemes with the options that they have. We'll go down here. Let's see if we could get back around. If we could get through there onto that side. See, sometimes having the press pass, you get to go to places. They just see your band and they're not going to question you. They see you with a camera, they see you with a band, it must look official. What's that old saying? If you had a clipboard, a hard hat and a clipboard, and you could get into anywhere. Actually, that's my dad's logic on many things, is with his contractor's jacket and hat. Sorry, his jacket, his truck, he gets parking spots everywhere. He's probably watching this as well. Let's go have a look at here. Again, Aura, Great Wall Motors, another of those weird, confusing brands. All these are the Auras. I don't think these are selling well at all here. It was called the Funky Cat at some point. I might be imagining it, actually. We'll walk by the Hyundai people here. Poor Omada looks so sad. It looks so sad. Charge ports here, CCS2. Again, I don't know why they keep doing the fender charging. It drives me crazy. Let's go have a look at the Dolphin. Some of these names at BYD are just like completely off the chart confusing. BYD Dolphin, one of the cheapest EVs on the market in Europe currently. Again, if this were to sell back at home, probably be mid-20s to high 20s. Chevy Bolt size, roughly Chevy Bolt size. Charge ports on here, again on the fender, I don't know why. Let's have a look inside. Looks like a Chevy Bolt in here. Really high quality stuff though on the interior. I think I like this interior better. That's probably going to wear out though, based on my thing. Interior, everything's really solid in here. Well, I mean, that's a bit loose, but whatever, that's fine. It's a cheap car. This looks good, the Dolphin. People are coming for their test drives, registering. Again, BYD, build your dreams. Really frowned upon back at home. Let's go have we'll go have a look at the Seal. Actually, we haven't had a look in one of those. And we'll go back here to the Seal. I know I'm really rambling along, but at least the sound quality should be good. You got the airport Gulfstream right over there. We'll go pick up my private jet after. Although I'm not really a Gulfstream guy. Again, let's in here, door handle came out. Same steering wheel, it seems to be in all of them. Really high quality stuff in this car. Really high quality stuff. Look at these screens. Really nice. I wish we could spend more time with BYD. Really cool. Okay, let's go up over here. We'll probably pop back around the test drive area. Let's see what else we got going on here. Hopefully we don't get copyright ding. I got here this morning, it was about 3 degrees. It was pretty cold, even for my Canadian grizzly bear build. We don't need to waste time at Tesla. Model Y, horribly due for a refresh. Refresh Model 3, don't need to waste too much time here. This is a very stagnant lineup at Tesla and a very extremely boring lineup. Tesla doesn't know what it wants to be these days, unfortunately. Again, my love, my darling, the MG4. Why can't we get this stuff back at home? Just look at the diversity here as that jet takes off. There's so much diversity. Look at all the brands that we've gone through. We'll go inside the MG4. Look how awesome it is in here. Look how much room you have. It's just such an amazing job. Just absolutely such a, if the keys are right here, we could just take it. What did I do? I turned the flasher on. Actually, the car's already on. Very cool. Super nice in here. Let's go back out. I'm talking. Yeah, I think these doors just need some grease, actually. That's what it looks like to my mechanic. I am a mechanic by trade, to those who know me. Let's see if we can open up this. Non-powered lift gate, that's not a big deal. Look at all the space back there. Wow. We get so hosed back at home. We get so hosed. Again, MG Cyberster, these are going to sell out here in the UK and in Europe in general. If you would have told me 10, 12 years ago that we would be here with EVs and you get something like this and it's from China, I would have said you're absolutely insane. Like, I will bring you to the asylum in a wheelbarrow, because that's how far I would that's how crazy I would think you are. These are actually all facelifted MG4s. This is an MG5, so this is your wagon estate version. Been for sale a while here in the UK. It looks very Passat-like, very, very nice inside. How is it tin? Pretty average. Pretty average. The build quality is fantastic on it. Look at the lines on this car. Build quality, even on the MG4, look at the build quality on it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the paint quality on it too. I don't think these cars have been prepped. These are right off the floors. XC40, XC40s, those are getting a bit old now. Still a great package. More EX30s over here. Let's go have a peek at the EX30. Let's take the yellow one. My wife does not like yellow cars, so we'll do this one on purpose. EX30 will be for sale eventually back home. These are all locked, actually. These are all locked here. Let's find an open one. Let's find an open one. Here we go, open one. Don't need to say more about Volvo. The interior, spot on. Very, very nice inside. Very Volvo. It's everything I would expect. Of course, Volvo under ownership from the Chinese. Looks really good inside. It's just a bit confusing having the Volvo lineup and the Polestar lineup, even though they compete in the same space roughly. Super nice interior of the EX30. Looks really good. There's so many different trim options and trim levels on the EX30 where even I get confused what they are. It's kind of like the GM naming schemes with the options that they have. We'll go down here. Let's see if we could get back around. If we could get through there onto that side. See, sometimes having the press pass, you get to go to places. They just see your band and they're not going to question you. They see you with a camera, they see you with a band, it must look official. What's that old saying? If you had a clipboard, a hard hat and a clipboard, and you could get into anywhere. Actually, that's my dad's logic on many things, is with his contractor's jacket and hat. Sorry, his jacket, his truck, he gets parking spots everywhere. He's probably watching this as well. Let's go have a look at here. Again, Aura, Great Wall Motors, another of those weird, confusing brands. All these are the Auras. I don't think these are selling well at all here. It was called the Funky Cat at some point. I might be imagining it, actually. We'll walk by the Hyundai people here. Poor Omada looks so sad. It looks so sad. I think the VinFast might be better. Ioniq 5N, Ioniq 6, all of this. Nothing really to talk about here. You have the Omadas. Polestar, we got one of those the other day from Hertz. You have, again, new Ford Explorer. We'll come back and film this if we can. That lineup's getting big. Mach-E. These things sell like crazy back in Canada. We don't need to talk about that. That Polestar 4 is really nice color. Again, Polestar 2. I've fallen in love with the Polestar 2 again. I know on this channel we've had some really negative things to say, mostly about the Polestar 2 just getting a bit long in tooth. But I mean, hey, why buy that Capri when you could get the real thing? Because that Capri looks exactly like a Polestar 2. Well, let's go around over here and see what there is. Then we'll go inside. I wanted to film inside earlier, but we did a featurette on the Renault 5, and I figured that would be the best time to do it before that crowd got let in. You have electric bikes over here. This is some sort of business. EV Mobile Clean, pretty independent EV specialist. This is pretty cool. We're going to start doing more EV stuff at the shop. So this is Maxis, again, SAIC, same manufacturer, same umbrella as MG. This is their pickup truck. This is the Maxis pickup truck. And you have the van as well, Van Center. So this is a fully electric minivan, what we would sell back at home. Again, Toyota, are you listening? Or are you effing listening? Wow, this is really cool inside here. Look at this thing. It's awesome. Wow. It's huge. It's absolutely huge, and it has footrest. It's almost like a domestic business class or first class seat on an airplane. Wow, that's really cool. We'll come back in a second. Electric trade van, don't need to cover too much of those. Plenty of options back at home on those now. But this Maxis MIFA 9 or MIFA 9, I don't know what it is. Again, super cool. Doesn't look too well built. Doesn't look too well built. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. I think it's going to be. It looks like Hyundai quality from like 10 years ago on this thing. Maxis. This is 60,000 pounds here. 269 miles of range. It looks all right. I mean, that's the first electric minivan I've seen, or sorry, people carrier. That's what they're called here. They're called people carriers. RAC recovery services. They're doing. Looks like they're doing a tire change on an MG3. Sorry, on MG4. Octopus Energy, Maxis, more EV vans and things. Really cool space, and we're back at the Volta. All right, so that was a tour of outside here at Everything Electric South in Farnborough. We'll go inside now. We'll check that out. I wasn't there before. Not much car selection. There's a couple of interesting energy things that we could definitely talk about. They're doing some cool stuff here. I think everyone's doing cool things with the energy storage, energy recovery, green energy, all that stuff. It's been really good here charging the car. Fast chargers are everywhere. I would say it might. Back home in Quebec, we're good. We have good charging infrastructure. Just we're really missing a lot of the high speed stuff. So what ends up happening is you roll up with let's say EGMP car, and you're only at a 50 kilowatt charger. Well, you're going to be there a while. Here, let's get back in here with my golden ticket, I should say. We'll get back in with my golden ticket. There we go. All right, we're back in. We're back in here. Let's keep walking, and we'll switch the camera around once we're in. We'll see you inside the show. Okay, we're back inside of the show now. It's gigantic in here, absolutely gigantic. I was speaking earlier to Richard from RSEV. If you follow UK YouTubers, electric cars, I was speaking to him earlier. Super cool guy. Really warm, really welcoming. So we'll walk around. We'll walk around here. And hold on, my microphone came off. Let me get that clipped back in. All right, there we go. Equipment failure, wardrobe malfunction. A lot of different energy vendors here. That's what I noticed. Back home, it's really only Hydro-Quebec. The only game in town is Hydro-Quebec. I broke away from the media tour only because they're talking about different energy programs, and that's not really relevant to me. I don't live here, although we've been here so long on vacation where it feels like it. We'll stop here. Duracell. This is Duracell's power systems, their energy storage batteries, three-phase storage systems, EV chargers. They're doing home microgrid solutions, energy storage here at Duracell. Again, very cool stuff. Very big on solar here in the UK, even though it rains quite often. Interesting how they did that. My Energy One, we stopped here. They're kind of an all-in-one energy company. We could stop here at Anderson, designer EV charging. Pretty cool units if you have a very cool garage. Super cool Porsche here, converted to fully electric. That's been converted to fully electric. Super cool Porsche here. Let's get through here. Taycan Cross Turismo, obviously. There's a ton of these here in the UK. I don't think I've ever seen so many Taycans in general in the UK. Again, Anderson's doing bespoke EV charging solutions and whatnot. Nissan Area Nismo. I'm not a huge fan of Nissan in general. I'm confused by the area. It's massive. It's not selling well at home. In fact, it's selling extremely well, but there's a Nismo edition apparently. All right. National Grid talk stage. That's they have their talks there, and we'll go listen to one. Renault 5 E-Tech, we've already covered the R5 in a separate video, and the Alpine, the A290. We'll go over here. The Alpine people are very friendly, but I think I'm driving them nuts at this point. It'd be nice to speak French to someone here as well. Again, we featured that. This is what I'm not too familiar with their lineup here. So this is the Megane E. Again, something else we're not going to get back at home. I've been hanging out here at Renault mostly. A fabulous interior. Look at this interior. Oh, the French just do things so different, but it's so beautiful at the same time. Super cool. Megane E. What are the specs on this thing? What are the specs? 222 horsepower. What's the battery on it? 60 kilowatt hour battery. About 300 miles of range. 38,000 pounds. So I think this would sell roughly probably mid 50s to a low 60s back at home. We have this one here. This is the Scenic E. So again, this is your almost like a EV9 competitor type thing here. Looks absolutely great as well. Let's go have a peek inside. I keep opening up this side, I think it's the driver's side. Again, super cool interior, beautiful cloth. We love nice cloth interiors on this channel. Absolutely beautiful. Really cool. Oh, look at all the space back here. Finally, look at all the space back here. Nice glass roof. Auto tinting actually on this as well. I was speaking to them earlier. Super cool. More EVs we're not going to get back home. That's become the theme of this whole video. Hurrah. Scenic E, again, super cool, super cool. Let's go away from Renault. Well, you can get your swag. We'll come back and buy something after. Hopefully they have large man sizes. We'll probably buy a hat. That's what we'll probably get. Okay, Octopus energy provider here in the UK. Volvo, again, EX30. So this is the twin motor. 2 range options here on this vehicle. You have plus range and ultra range. 0 to 60, 3.6 seconds. Roughly 33 to 42,000 pounds. This one here, displayed price 45,000 pounds. That's all right. That's pretty what I would expect from this. Oh, look at this, the EX90. We have not seen an EX90 yet on this channel. This is their full size SUV. Competes in the same space as the EV9 and a couple other ones. There's so many of them to list, I can't name them all. Again, looks, it's locked, looks super good in here. Super nice seats. Look at how nice these seats are. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, this thing is really nice. Even with the software bugs, I'd still take it. That's beautiful. Color on it is lovely. Build quality looks fantastic on it. It's really nice. The gentleman's waxing it as I would be always as well. Come over here. Again, looks super nice inside. I can't get over how nice these seats are. Look how nice they are. They remind me of old school Volvos from the 80s and 90s. It's absolutely lovely. Only electric 7-seater SUV. EV9 is cheaper, I believe. So this is a solar canopy that does EV charging, does type 2 or level 2 EV charging, up to 22 kilowatts. I spoke with the gentleman earlier. This will do up to 22 kilowatts. And it's basically, it comes on the back of a truck and it drops in one load. They just drop it in and you're pretty much good to go. So right here, they installed one the other day at some university. 12 fast EV charging points, 7, 11, 22, powered by 20 kilowatts of solar panel, up to 250 kilowatt hours of battery storage, really cool. It almost reminds me of the DC fast charger if that's solar powered back home, but this is just on a much nicer and much grander scale. Look how nice this is. We'll probably come back and do a feature of this. They have a Microlino here. I am not a big fan of Microlino. You could get a real car for the same price. Like, it looks cool, but for what they're charging, I'm not too sure about that. More electric conversions. This is a 2CV EV. You have an EV9 here from the West End Garage. We have this one here. I think we're going to the launch tomorrow of the EV3 actually in North London. Updated EV6, EV9, we featured that. We've done an EV6. I don't think they updated it too much. Again, all about sustainability, wall charging, all of that thing. i5 electric. The i5 electric, another Cyberster. This is a beautiful spec here on the Cyberster. This is the Honda NV, whatever it is. Looks okay. It looks all right. Nicer than the Passport. Yeah, ENY1. I don't know why they name their things. Such stupidity, but it's Honda. I wouldn't expect anything less from Honda. Again, that's the green R5 and the Hankook booth. Daikin heat pumps. This is not just a car show. This is all about energy as well. We'll come back around here. We'll walk up the side now. Daikin heat pumps. They're getting super big here on heat pumps in the UK. I think they work great. There's a lot of animosity towards heat pumps here. I don't think they quite understand how they work. Again, more heat pumps, water boilers, smart homes, that sort of thing. Energy advice zone. We'll just walk here. Mercedes. Yes, the Mercedes lineup, the EQA, the EQS, and the EQE. The lineup's getting a bit stale. EQE, nobody's buying, although there's a ton of them here too, along with the Taycans. There's a whole bunch of them here. Haven't driven one of those yet. I want to go drive one in Germany. So this is electric classic car. So this is a Testarossa. I follow these guys on Instagram. Converted to electric. They've done a lot of testing, a lot of benchmarking. Right here, Ferrari Testarossa, Tesla performance drive unit, 600 horsepower, weight same as original, 0 to 60 under 4 seconds, battery 60 kilowatt hour. It will do up to 150 kilowatts on CCS, which is awesome. 150 miles of range. Really cool. This has the EV conversion market here in the UK for classic cars is actually really big. Sorry. This is a really cool car. I think a lot of people are upset about it because of what they did and how they did it. But 150 miles of range in this car, I don't think you're getting anything close to that in the gas car. So I'm not sure. You could correct me. They have their Super Beetle here, but the Ferrari is awesome. We'll see some more conversions here. EV breakers, so EV specific junkyard, scrapyard breakers, they're called here. This is their race car. They do all used parts. I was speaking to them earlier. Again, more charging, DC fast charging points. They're really big on that here. They're getting really big on that. We have electric outboard engines. I think this is a huge market coming up for the electric outboards. Quiet, silent. That's what you need. Boats are very destructive in general to the environment, so I don't like pleasure boats. Okay, we have the A290. We've done already the feature on this. This is the Dacia Spring. This is going to be one of the cheapest electric vehicles here in the UK for sale. I believe 16 or 17,000 pounds. Those are old school skinny tires. I love the old school skinny tires. You'll be able to plow through anything with this thing. Again, a pre-production vehicle. Will be for sale hopefully soon. Really cool. Again, not going to have that back at home as we are walking here. Remember, we came all the way from Canada for this show. We have more EV stuff here. Again, another stage. Let's go up here. This is where Lunas is actually. Lunas, they take classic cars, they convert them to EV. This is what they're best known for here. Roughly, and this is the same company that's doing that electric garbage truck as well. So they take old classic cars, they convert them. They've done Astons, Bentleys, Rolls, and it is capable of a CCS charging, so you could actually drive it on road trips. I think this is great. These old engines, they're not the greatest, let's not lie. They're not the greatest on this old Bentley. And if you can convert it, you'll probably lower your maintenance costs, and it'll probably be a lot nice. You know what's funny? With the electric drivetrain, they spent, think back in the day how much time and engineering they spent with the gas engine getting it to behave like a Bentley, and now they've so this car is actually probably better than it was new. That's the scary part, is that this car right now with its EV drivetrain is better than it was new. F-150 Lightning here in the UK. We are no stranger to the F-150 Lightning. I know for a fact this will hold a 12-inch compound sliding miter saw. I know that for a fact. Your power ports are obviously up here. You have your power ports, and you have the power ports in back as well. We know a lot about the F-150 Lightning on this channel. You have your power ports there as well. So this has the onboard power. Very, very rare to see this in the UK. These are everywhere back at home. Again, you can rent me. I don't know, this thing must suck here to drive. It's massive and has no turning radius, and it's extremely quick. Don't need to focus too much on the F-150 Lightning. These are literally a dime a dozen at home. Carrier, hey, shout out to Carrier. They're my heat pump provider at home. We have a Carrier heat pump at our place. Okay. As we hear that very loud announcement, we'll walk this way. Zero carbon kitchen. See, the point is on these videos is to keep you talking. Sorry, is to keep myself talking, to keep you entertained. So far, I hope you're entertained. Please think about liking and subscribing. It would help us. I mean, we're in the freaking UK. Like, what more? Not a lot of other EV channels go through all this trouble. BMW's lineup here. We'll probably do a full feature on BMW's i lineup. This is the i5. We haven't seen one of these yet. I guess I could have gone to the test drive event, but the dealership and I are not getting along at the moment after the Mini was there. Oh, this is an i5 estate. How awesome is this? How effing awesome is this? They will never sell this back at home. Never. Just forget it. Erase it from your mind. Another electric estate. BMW i5 estate. That's the iX2, I believe. Oh, but look at this interior. BMW. But to be honest, that Volvo interior was nicer. We'll come back and feature this. What's the specs on this? 85,000 pounds here. i5 eDrive 40. M Sport Pro Touring. Boy, that is a mouthful. What do we got here? 340 horsepower, 0 to 60, 6 seconds roughly. Yeah, that's fine. The specs are getting absurd with the 0 to 60 times. We have the iX2. This is this is iX2. Beautiful color. This they will sell back at home. We have the Mini as well. We had a BMW iX i40 in Germany, recently in France. We've done that. We don't need to focus too much on that. Countryman S, our local dealership is trying to sell us one of these really, really hard. They're trying to sell us one of these really hard. New electric Mini Cooper. This is an SE trim. This is not the same car this is the J01. This is built in China. We saw this yesterday at Park Lane in London. We have a Cooper SE. You know, we're a big fan of Minis on this show and on this channel. But this car is, again, absolutely beautiful. Maybe we'll do a feature on this one as well when we're done touring the show. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. We'll come back to this again. Cooper S, absolutely beautiful.
Why'd you say that?
We'll come back. There we go. And I think we're getting towards the end of the show, actually. Here, Tesla Energy. Again, we don't need to waste too much time at Tesla. They're really falling behind after, and that event last night was just beyond cringe. I don't know how anyone could believe them anymore. Again, Tesla Energy, overpriced. There's a lot cheaper options. These are some pedal bikes over here. We'll come around to this side. Pedal bikes, e-scooters, that sort of thing. E-bikes. We don't see that. I'm a cyclist myself. I'm not a fan of e-bikes, but that means I'll probably buy one eventually, because that's what happens. I'll talk a bunch of garbage about something and then go out and buy it or do it. That's who I am. What else we got going on here? We have the local constabulary. The local constabulary is here. They are here as well. Polestar 2 police car. Polestar 2 police car. We have the Model Y police car. These are actually built by a company called Vanguard. They're basically the company that builds police cars here and undercovers units. All of that stuff that's my understanding. Like they're called Vanguard Special Vehicles or something. What do we got here? We have some sort of stop strips. We have the Model Y all in its reflective scheme. We have the Polestar 2 undercover car. Really cool. You wouldn't suspect a undercover car. We have the interview going on here as well. We have that. Mobile power station, up to 50 kilowatts. Similar to what we have at home with the that mobile charging van. We'll walk around this way. I think we've covered pretty much everything here. Some sort of EV rally van, that's all right. What's going on here? Shout out to Costco. Shout out to Costco there. More rent out your home charger. That's for renting it out, other people using it. The Alpines are back there. We're back at the boat stand. And I think that's pretty much it from the show. We'll go take a break now, get something to eat, and we'll film some featurettes. And we'll see if we could go drive some cars. I don't know about that. They were already giving me a hard time with my foreign driver's license. I'm like, I'm foreign media, let me drive a car. Insurance issues these days, everyone's worried about insurance and getting sued into oblivion. What else we got here? We have that. Just a bunch of random stuff now. Some pretty random stuff. More heat pumps. They're really big on, they're starting to get really big into sustainability and the heat pump space. We toured Mercedes, GridServe. We were actually at their site yesterday, the day before in Stevenage. They're not open yet. They're doing a Tesla Powerwall. They're still setting up a lot of the show here. We haven't here. Yeah, we're here at Ion. So this is some sort of tire display. A Formula E car. That's the Formula E tire. Oh, this is a Hankook. This is the Hankook booth. Let's go see what's happening at Hankook. So we have these. These are going to be their probably their ultra low rolling resistance tires. Yeah, these are their low rolling resistance. These are getting popular at home. The sort of cross climate tire or all weather tire. These are getting really popular. We're selling a lot of those. Again, standard performance tire here, and again a full winter tire. We actually don't sell a lot of Hankooks back at home. We're mostly Nokian people. I'm a Nokian guy. 90% of our tire sales are a Nokian. So we got that. We'll come back here. We'll come back around. There's a bunch of free stuff here. So that's the end of it. We gave you the outside parking lot tour. We gave you the inside tour. Hopefully I don't get dinged for demonetization based on the background music. I can't do anything about that. Again, I've been to a fully charged show in Vancouver. The one in Vancouver was a lot smaller than this. We were already here in the UK. We've been here for almost 3 weeks on vacation, so I really wanted to show you this. I'm really thankful to Fully Charged for allowing me to attend as a member of the press. And as I said, if you made it this far, please think about liking and subscribing. Hope you enjoyed the full tour here. We're going to take a break. We're going to go film some featurettes, and I think we're going to call it a day here. I don't think we really need more than a few hours here. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.